Hello and happy holidays. I'm Marzia, co-founder of Plant Chicks, and this live today is all about the Nutrimilk. So if you've not heard of the Nutrimilk, I'm excited to introduce it to you. I recently discovered it, and it's one of those little gems that you're like, how did I not hear about this sooner, and why didn't I purchase this sooner? Okay, so here's the deal. Here's my Vitamix. This is a Nutrimix. I bought the Vitamix because you hear many great things, and it is a great high-speed blender. It does soups, smoothies, ice creams, and a few other things. But what it cannot do, and I learned this the hard way because I almost burned out my motor, is I tried to make some nut butters with it. So I soaked my cashews, I soaked whatever nuts I usually soak, or barucas, put them in here, with a little bit, not a ton of water, just a little bit of water. And actually, it almost burned out the motor. So it was not good. My Vitamix didn't work for a while. I thought I was going to have to put it in for repair. But the Vitamix does not make any kind of nut butters. But what the Nutrimilk does, it does everything the Vitamix does, plus it makes nut butters. So this is one of those gadgets that I'm like, why didn't I get this from the get-go? Because it does everything that my Vitamix does, but a little bit more. So if you like to make your own plant milks and nut butters, dips, soups, ice creams, the Nutrimilk right here does it all. And I have to say, I never heard of the Nutrimilk till this year, and I thought I would give it a try. I was actually in the market for a nut butter machine since I almost burned out my Vitamix. And I was looking around for a nut butter machine, and lo and behold, come across the Nutrimix, and I thought, okay. And you guys, I had made so many great recipes of nut butters and all the beautiful stuff that comes with nut butters from the Nutrimilk. You guys, it's so simple, super easy. You can make homemade peanut butter in less than 2 minutes. Yes, 2 minutes. What would take you to go to the store, purchase a thing of peanut butter, which can be expensive, or if it's done cheap, if it's cheap peanut butter, it will have salt, sugars, hydrogenated fats, palm oil. All these are not good for you. What this does is just peanuts and salt, just the kind of the two main ingredients. So you don't even have to add salt. You can just do peanuts. It is creamy, delicious. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to try it. But the whole deal with meal prep with Marzia is to basically cook out recipes or make recipes right in front of you, and just to show you how simple it is. A lot of times when I say, oh, you got to meal prep, when you want to be healthy, let me tell you this, let me back up. Healthy is hard and being unhealthy is hard. You have to choose your hard, okay? So if you want to be healthy, it takes time and planning, and just kind of see what you have throughout the week and planning healthier meals, right? Instead of going for the fast junk. And a lot of people don't like to meal prep. So the whole purpose of the show is for me to show you fast, simple, easy ways that are healthy and delicious for you to meal prep in minutes. So that's what I'm doing today. If you have any questions, I have my phone right here. I will see who's talking, and you can put them on the comments below when I get done in between the recipes and stuff. I will answer your questions. If you're new to Amazon, welcome. Next to me or below me, I can't remember which side is, you will see a carousel of the machine that I'm featuring today, the Nutrimilk. Some of the utensils and products that I do use for the segments, I put it in here because when I do lives, people ask, where did you get this? Where did you get that? So I just want to make it super easy and super simple for you, and it's just like the Home Shopping Network. You can purchase it right there on the spot. You don't have to reach out and find a link and all that stuff. It's right there. So it makes it super easy. Okay, so we're going to move this Vitamix, all right? Because I just want to give you the difference between it. Remember, Vitamix high-speed power blender. It does smoothie. It doesn't do any juices, but it does smoothies, soups, ice cream. I would say nice cream, and some dips. But this does everything, and it does nut butter. So I have to say, this won my heart. So I'm going to go ahead and move the Vitamix off to the side because we do not need that. Let me talk to you a little bit about the Nutrimix. What I like about this machine, there are two attachments really quick. This one is the food processor part where you can make the nut butters and the dips. And you can also make smoothies and stuff. This part right here, you can make the nut milks, you can make soups, You can make all kinds of stuff, okay? So I just want to show you a few things because it's the holiday season. As you can see, I'm wearing my Christmas jammies. Oh yeah. So make sure you all get your Christmas jammies here on Amazon. So anyways, we are going to have fun today by trying a few different recipes of the Nutri-Milk. I'll make this right in front of you. There will be, since this is live, you will hear the machine, and it might be like 2 minutes. So in that 2 minutes, if you have to flick off and go look at something else and come back, I understand because it can be annoying or put me on mute. But yes, this is not cut and edited like YouTube, where YouTube you can cut out the blending part and come back to it when it's done. You're just going to see it live. So you're going to see the 2 minutes play out, or however many minutes it says, and we'll just go from there. All right. It comes with, like I said, this attachment here. You can buy just the processor, or you can buy it with additional with this one. So I have both attachments. It's really easy to store. I have it in my pantry. And you guys, I use this almost every single day. So when I'm meal prepping, I try to make a big batch of things. And I try to do it on one day. That way I can just go to my fridge or my pantry and just grab it as I go. But the Nutri-Milk has a cookbook right here. Well, I would say cookbook, but recipe book. It has 200 delicious recipes. It has so many recipes on different milks. So you can make with nut milks, oat milks, all kinds of fun, yummy stuff. You have dips, you have soups, you have smoothies, you have ice cream, you have bowls. I mean, literally, there's over 200 recipes in here. And I'm continuing to make my own recipes in this and just making stuff as I go. But I'm actually picking 3 recipes from this book to show right in front of you. Because I thought, I might as well show what exactly it can do. And you guys, I just want to let you know, Black Friday is next Friday. This baby is going to be $100 off. So you'll have to get that deal. Don't miss out. Put it in your calendar. Please follow the Plant Chicks. Go to our Amazon page. Follow us. You'll get the notifications. We will send you the reminder on our page. And if you're not familiar with it, Amazon has beautifully put out pages for influencers and, I would say plant-based health coaches like ourselves. So we like to teach these things. A lot of our clients buy from Amazon. So I love that Amazon conveniently puts everything right there. And we put them in categories so you guys can see fitness, books, machines, must-have kitchen gadgets. We separate everything on our influencer page so you guys can check that out. And at the end of the page, the very, very end, will be all the latest lives. So you'll see the main live we just did, and it'll say show all live streams. You can look at all the live streams we've done. We have all meal prep with Marzia, plant plates with Jackie. It's almost a tongue twister, plant plates with Jackie. And then we have a ton of workouts. So we come to you 4 or 5 days a week around lunchtime, around noon Central Time. So stay tuned for us because we love to give you tips and tricks on how you can maximize and optimize your healthy lifestyle. All right, so let's begin real quick. Okay, of the recipes, everybody's like, okay, I want to make a butter. It is the holidays, as you can see, my Christmas jammies. This is going to be coming time, perfect for the holidays. I'm going to make a pecan butter. Now, some of you are like, oh my gosh, pecan butter, that sounds weird. It is so good. Trust me, it's delicious. And you can put pecan butter on a hot sweet potato in the morning. You could put it on nice cream, banana nice cream that you can make right here on the Nutri-Milk. You can use hot pecan butter on all kinds of stuff. So think of holiday stuff. You could bake an apple and drizzle hot pecan butter on there. I mean, really, like the possibilities for this pecan butter is endless. Like I think of ways to eat. You guys, I like to eat. So this is what I do. I eat healthy for a living. But I like to eat, so if I'm going to eat, I want it to be healthy, and I want to nourish and heal my body, at least for the most part. Here at Plant Chicks, we always say 90% whole foods, 10% soul foods, okay? So these recipes I'm making are all whole food recipes, perfect in time for the holidays, and your guests won't even know it's healthy. They'll just think it's delicious. You won't have to put the stigmatism, it's quote-unquote healthy, okay? There's no preservatives, there's no store-bought junk, no things that come in plastic, okay? So a lot of these, I would say, milks and butters, you lose the integrity of the product when you buy it commercially. But when you have it homemade like yourself, this is what these gadgets are for, you save money, you save time, and you save yourself from putting a ton of chemicals and bad stuff into your body. And that's what it's all about. You want to cut down on chemicals, cut down on preservatives, cut down on the sugars, the salts, all the other toxic junk out there. And that's what we're here for, is to help you cut out the junk. Okay, again, like I said, I will be answering any questions in here, so let me know. So the first recipe first, I actually marked my pages for you guys. And we are going to do, let's start with the pecan butter. Okay, this is so good. Okay, so I will make this recipe right in front of you. I've actually never made pecan butter in this machine. I've bought it before, but I've never made it. I've actually made, was it a white chocolate cashew butter in this machine, and it was delicious. Like my neighbor was asking me for more. So what we're going to do right now is put 2 cups. I'm going to show you how to open this. So this little contraption right here, it sticks on there really easy, and it clicks in. Okay, so it takes a little maneuvering once you get familiar with it. So we're going to put 2 cups of roasted pecans. So right here I have 2 cups. Pour it in. Super easy. 1/8 of a teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt. Now, sea salt is optional, guys. You can or cannot put it in there. You don't have to. Just put it in there. I just kind of sprinkle. I never measure anything out really. So I like to sprinkle dash, you know, throw it in type of measurements. That's my kind of speed. And that's all you do. So you just put stuff in there. It's that easy. You go to the store, you buy the product, and that's it. You come over here. Unless you grow your own pecans, you know. Remember, guys, don't get set on the word pecan if you're like, oh my God, I'm allergic, or I can't have pecans, or I don't like pecans. Pick another nut that you like. Or maybe you could pick a seed, like maybe you like hemp seed, you want hemp milk, or maybe you want oats, like oat milk. So think beyond that. Like most people get stuck and tripped up like, oh, roasted pecan, I don't like roasted pecan. Don't get stuck on the word or I would say the ingredient, pecan. If you don't like it, just if you like cashews, do cashews. If you like macadamia, remember, it's about food freedom. It's like, okay, how can I substitute? All right. So I'm just actually following the recipe for you guys today so you guys can see. So this is nice and locked in. You just put this top thing on, snap it in, perfect. Okay, this is place pecans, the salt in the container, press butter cycle for 1 to 2 minutes, press start. So I'm going to get a look over here. We're going to put butter, and we're actually, it says 1 to 2 minutes. Let's just check it after 1. Okay, let's just do 1 minute to see, because I've actually never made that. And then we're going to hit start. Now this may be a little loud, so bear with me, but you can dance it out with me, all right? So when we dance, we go to, call it the blender dance, but looks good. Look how easy that is. My Vitamix does not do that. So we will need another minute. So it actually is 2. So like I said, this is right in line for me. This is not YouTube. We're not cutting it. You're just going to see it makes it right in front of you. Okay, let's put it on for 1 more minute. Hit butter. Let me go down. It automatically goes to 16 minutes. But let's hit another minute. And here we go. Oh, it's a lot quieter now. Who's excited for the holidays? Give it a like. I'm excited for the holidays. This is the best time to make food. You get to wear something comfy and cozy. Watch all the Christmas movies. Anybody like Hallmark Christmas movies? I do. All right, it's looking good. We have 30 seconds. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Got my phone for you. almost there. It's even quieter. Okay, so I'm seeing it could need 1 more minute. I want it creamier because it does say in here, if you desired it a little creamier, put it for longer. And this right now, this could go for almost not really chunky, but it's thick. I want it a little creamier. We're gonna go 1 more minute. So this is the thing about when you can play around with this, right? You don't want to overdo things. Like I could have put it for 3 minutes, and what if I didn't like it like that? So always do less, because I did say 1 to 2, but we set it for 1, and then we just actually went for 2. So let's go back 1 more, for 1 more minute, and start. And I think 3 minutes for these type of nuts will be perfect. It also depends on the nuts. Are they raw? Are they roasted? This is what I'm talking about. Delicious. I think I'm going to get a spoon. Okay, 30 seconds. Even my little dog over here, she's waiting. She likes peanut butter. I don't know about pecans. And you just count down, and 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, great. This is perfect. So we're going to take the lid off, and I'll show you real quick. Let's unlock it. Everything has to be locked. And oh my goodness, it smells like Christmas. It smells so good, you guys. So you can literally lick it off here. There's something about the pecan flavor that you can't describe, right? It's so delicious. And that little bit of Himalayan sea salt actually brings out the flavor. Now, it's kind of dangerous, so you got to be careful. There is a blade. So if I were you, I would take out the blade. I'm going to put it in there. And what we can do now is grab a mason jar, and we are going to put the pecan butter into the mason jar. Like, how easy was that? You just saw me for 3 minutes. We just did pecan butter. Like, could you do that? You could do this. Anybody, if you can put your hand to put the stuff in there, and if you can push a button, you can make pecan butter. It's that easy. Just get a spatula, make it easy, pour it in there. I loved homemade butter. Something about homemade nut butter, just the flavor is way more delicious. I've been playing around with this ever since I've gotten it. And I thought it was going to be one of those machines I was going to buy and I was never going to use. Turns out I'm using it like every week. Usually 3 or 4 times a week is what I'm using it. All right. So let me put that in there. So good. And it's that easy. Pecan butter. We're done. And you could take this pecan butter, you could put it in the microwave for a little bit, soften it up, you can put it on the stove, whichever you want to, and you can drizzle it on hot sweet potatoes, hot baked apples, banana nice cream, drizzle it on there. You guys, really, the possibilities are endless. Okay, so I'm actually going to rinse this out really quick because we're going to make recipe number 2. Like, how easy was that? Super fast, super easy. You were on here for too long. I mean, obviously I'm chatting Kathy right now. I'm chatting it up with you. But if you guys will just get the pecans, a little sea salt, put it in there, press 2 minutes, maybe 3, depends on the pecans. Push the button, start. You're done in 2 minutes or 3. And boom, you have pecan butter. You scoop it into the jar. All that would take less than 5 minutes. And then you would have nice pecan butter. Now you can do this with peanut butter, almonds, cashews, really any nut butter you will have. Okay, get this going here. You will have it with oat. If you like oat milk, if you can't do nuts, don't worry about it. They got you. Oat milk. Okay, oat milk. I made that. Delicious. One of my favorite. I had a friend of mine. She wanted hemp milk. We made hemp milk. So it really makes all kinds of different milks. Okay, so we're just cleaning this up. Like I said, on Amazon Live, you get to see the real deal. This isn't cut and edited like YouTube. This is what we would do for our YouTube channel. We would take out all the busy work behind the scenes, like cleaning and prepping and all that. We wouldn't do that. So, okay, we've cut those things out. But like I said, we're live. And we want to show you what it's like live. That way you guys get to see in real life. Like we're not cutting, editing, making things crazy or fancy. But you saw pecan butter, less than 5 minutes. Okay, so let's do this next one, which I've never made this. It sounds delicious to me. It's pecan and walnut spread. Now this is something that would be great when you make a charcuterie board. Do you see this? Do you see this really good, cool charcuterie board? It's made with that agate. I put it on the in the carousel so you guys can check it out. But of course, I love a good charcuterie board with crackers, fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, some olives. You know, make it fun. You're gonna put a little greenery for decor, and then just the rainbow. You want to make sure you put the rainbow. And then here's the little thing you're gonna put the dip in to make it look pretty. Garnish with some parsley on top, and you have a beautiful dip. Okay, so we are looking for dips. Let me just see anybody like writing on the comments. Remember, if you have any questions, put it in here. Love to hear like what you think about the machine. Would you make your own peanut butter, your nut butter? Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. I've never made this before. You're watching me do this right in front of you. 3/4 of a cup of pecans. So I have 1 cup here, but I put a little bit less than to make it 3/4 of a cup. So I'm going to move this. Okay. Then we have 3/4 of a cup walnuts. I mean, like I said, they make it easy. If you can just dump it in there, you're good to go. 1/3 cup of finely chopped parsley, but it says put half of it in the Nutri-Milk, and the other half keep it out. So we are going to take the parsley, which I have right here. We're just going to put half of it, maybe like right there, in there. It says chopped red pepper. Okay, so I put half of it in there as well, because you want to leave it a little chunky, because we're going to fold that in later. And then we're going to do, let's see, 1/2 cup of the scallions, finely chopped, but this is going to blend it. So there you go. I think that's good. Let's see. 2.5 cups lemon juice, but keep half the lemon. I already squeezed it fresh, so I'm just going to add half. Because right here it says half the lemon juice and Nutri-Milk. Because remember, you're going to add this stuff also later, so it has the flavor. 1.5 tablespoons of Bragg liquid amino acid. I don't have Bragg's, but I have this, the liquid aminos, and it tastes just as good. So it says right here 1.5 tablespoons. So here's 1 tablespoon right in front of you, and about half. Good. So we have that. And then right here it says 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. So I'm getting to the nitty-gritty of this garlic powder. 1.5 teaspoons. So here's my teaspoon. Let me pour this in here. There's 1. And about half. Hold on. Well, guys, hard to get out. And half. Good. Can't get enough garlic powder. As you notice, this doesn't have salt, but salt can always be optional. It doesn't say use salt, as people ask, like, oh, where's the salt? I know salt brings out the flavor, but try things without the salt. Get your taste buds used to eating things fresh. As you can see, this has pecans, walnuts, onions, bell peppers, some coconut aminos, lemon juice, and garlic powder. Very whole food ingredients. Then this is our dip. So we're just going to put it right here. It said to put the lid on, so we're going to do that. There we go. And it says we are going to press the butter cycle for 1 minute. So butter. Okay. Uh-oh, something is like, oh, sorry. Here we go. This is what you do when you learn. We got to put the top on. All right, butter cycle. Let me bring it down. So these are things that you learn. And it gave me a warning to let me know this needs to go down. Okay, here we go. So we'll start. Here we go. It's going to be loud. That looks good. Open the container. Like my Nutri-Milk dance? This is I'm hungry dance. All right, come on. I'm excited to try this. Getting close. We have about 10 more seconds. 2 and 1. Good. Okay, 1 minute. It says open container, scrape the lids from the side. So remember, we're going to open the container, pop it open. Let's do this the right way. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So if there's any on the side, let's just bring it down. That's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm gonna like this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That is a good dip. That's a good holiday dip. And then it says, press the cycle and run for 1 more minute. And then it will say, then bring it out, and then we'll fold the rest of the stuff in. Okay. Super simple. You just throw it in there, dump it. Again, another minute. Put the lid thing on. Butter. 1 minute, and here we go. Start. Getting close. 27 seconds. You know what I like about this? I can eat. I'm here for the food. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, awesome. So we did blend that again. Now we are going to take what is in here. Remember, you're going to take this stuff. This was going to be rinsed off. Take out the blade. It's dangerous. Don't scoop your finger in there and try to lick it because you can really cut yourself. So wait to do that when you transfer it, because you may think like, oh, this looks like it tastes good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape this dip. It smells so good. So it's like a typical thick dip, and that's how you want to dip. Now, you know how like a guacamole has chunks of like, you can have it fine, that's so smooth, or you can have the chunks like onions and tomatoes and that kind of yumminess. Well, we're going to fold in chunks. So it said at the end, you want to fold in a little bit of red pepper, some parsley, fold a little bit in, and some onions. So we're going to take this and we're going to fold it in. Oops, man down, onion fell. All right. Now we're just going to stir this up. So it's like kind of like, you know, avocado has chunky, and that way when you bite into the dip, you get a little burst of flavor, you get a little burst of onion or parsley or red bell pepper. and it tastes so good. Yum, and it's nice and chunky. Okay, and then I'm just gonna transfer it to a nice container to make it look beautiful. So if I have any guests, which probably won't because obviously the pandemic right now, but I could eat this all myself. And we're going to garnish it with a little bit of greenery just to make it look beautiful. Stuck, okay. And there you go. Let me just show you a little close-up of that, okay? On the charcuterie board, make it look fancy. See, that's what it looks like. Yummy and delicious. And I'm gonna grab a cracker and try it out. That's the best part of this. So good. You guys, I wish you can taste this. So good. That parsley just brings out the flavor. And there you go. I'll probably eat this for lunch. Have you guys ever had a charcuterie board just for lunch or dinner? And just one time I just made an entire thing of crackers, fruits, veggies like apples and grapes and all kinds of delicious, had different dips and hummuses and, you know, big fancy glass of sparkling water, and boom, there you go. Okay, so that was it. I made that dip right in front of you. That was super easy. I'm going to set this to the side. How delicious was that? And of course, you're going to store the rest. I'll store that in the fridge, and you want to make sure you rinse out your container. So again, I just made 2 recipes right in front of you. I made pecan butter in a mason jar. And then right here we have our pecan and walnut dip. So delicious. You can have it just like I said on different veggies and crackers or bread, little toasted bread or regular bread. That would actually make a good sandwich. I'm like thinking about it, like, that would make a great sandwich. Toast some sourdough bread, scrape some on the top, you know, and sprinkle some parsley in chunks. Yummy. All right, I'm dreaming about food now, obviously, because I'm hungry. So we're going to go to the next recipe is milks, okay? Remember I said take note, the Vitamix cannot make that. If I were to put those nuts, the pecans, in that chunk, it would not blend well. Let me tell you, it would not blend well. Been there, done that. Okay, let's make some simple cashew milk. Okay, here's another little comparison from, okay, hope this is good. The comparison with the Vitamix, let me just show you real quick. This front part, attachment. Let me just kind of give you a little peek right here, just so you guys can see. Okay, when I make in this machine, when I make in the Vitamix cashew milk, I have to soak it, all right? And I put my water in and put my dates and cinnamon and a lot of fun, yummy deliciousness, but it still has sediment. So I have to get a cheesecloth and I have to drain it, right? And that can be draining, right? You're like making homemade cashew milk, but it takes a longer process and you still have to drain it, you have to squeeze out. I put it into a big Tupperware or glass container with a cheesecloth and squeeze it, and it's just a process. So what I like about the Nutri-Milk, I don't have to soak my nuts. I don't have to even drain it. I don't have to strain it, sorry, not drain it, but strain it. It actually has this little filter thing right here. So I'm able to get nuts, okay, my cashew milk with none of the craziness. Soaking the night before, taking a strainer thing. I mean, who's done that before? I've done it before and it's a pain in the butt. I literally can throw cashews, some Himalayan sea salt, some cinnamon, dates, have it delicious, no soaking, put some water in there, have it go, boom, I can literally pour it out. I don't know if you see this, let me unclick it real quick. Do you see this beautiful spout? It comes right out. So you can take this little spout and you can pour it, which I usually do, into my carafe. I keep this in my fridge for all my fresh cashew milk or oat milk. Those are my 2 favorites, cashew or oat. What team are you? What team, or let's hear, what kind of milk do you like? I want to know. Let's hear this. You guys are quiet today. This is the Christmas special. You guys need to get in the holiday spirit. I know it's a crazy time, but food makes everything better. Okay, so I don't have to, like the two key points is I don't have to soak my nuts. And then the second part is I don't have to strain it. So that was a lifesaver. So I'm going to make some basic cashew milk in front of you. Now on cashew milk, you can make it cashew milk how you want to make it, right? This is just going to show me cashew milk and water. You can add a little Himalayan sea salt for flavor or no salt. You can add a little bit of cinnamon to bring a little cinnamon and vanilla flavor is what I like, okay? And so that's what I'm gonna do for mine. I'm gonna make the basic cashew milk, but I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon and vanilla to it because I do like the flavor that it brings out. And I like cashew milk in my coffee in the morning. So let me go grab really quick. Dun, 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 dun. Where's my cinnamon? We got my cinnamon and vanilla. Here we go. These two. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do this right. Hey Monique, you're like cashew. Yes, cashew's my fave. You know what? You may be getting some of this. You guys, I like to give my overflow of food to my neighbors, so I don't let it go bad because I'm always cooking up in the kitchen. And so just having too much food, you know, got to share it, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and make it. This recipe says 1 cup of cashews, and they're not soaked. These are no water. Go hard, so you can see. Put it in there. That's how easy it is. 1 quart water. Have my favorite water, Mountain Valley water, and this literally is 1 quart. I never know my quarts to my cups, and I always have to Google it. So just FYI, when I was a quart, but then I saw the water had a quart. I'm like, we're good. Okay, we are going to do this. All right. So we're going to put this in here. All right, here's the tricky part. Getting the lid to match up. All right, here we go. Place cashews in Nutri-Milk, press butter cycle for 2 to 3 minutes, butter, and let's bring it down. Last time Jackie and I misunderstood, and we actually put it in here for 16 minutes. It was so liquidy, it was so funny. But these are learning curves. When you get the machine, this is what you get to learn. All right, kitchen dance party. Look at this stuff. How delicious is that? Holy deliciousness. On the bed and butter. Almost there, guys. Yummy, yum, yum. Like, when you watch this live, it takes literally takes a lot of time. But you guys are watching it right here, live in front of you. Can't wait. I feel like it's the longest 2 minutes. It's mixing away. Okay, here we go. 50 seconds. You guys, when you're done, you can just pour it straight from the spout. Maybe you can put this in your fridge and you can just dispense it. But I like to put it in here. All right, 30 seconds. Looking good, looking good. 6 seconds left, guys. I know the suspense is killing you. Boom, we're done. All right, and then you just go, look at that. Thin, it doesn't have all the sediment like a Vitamix would. Delicious. Because there's something about the taste of cashews. It just tastes so creamy, you know? With almonds, there's a end flavor. It has a lingering taste. With cashews, it's not like that. It's very neutral. And again, you can make that as sweet or as savory as you want. And what I usually do is before I put in there, I could have put the cinnamon and the vanilla is what I'm trying to say in there, but I totally forgot. So I'm going to put some in here and then I'm going to shake it. So I'm going to go, I shake all my milks anyways. I'm like, okay, like that. And then what you guys can do is, this makes it easy. I love the spout. And I can just pour it in here. I'm milking the machine. Milking the Nutri-Milk. But you guys, how easy is that? And there's no sediment. It has a filter in there, so the sediment is completely inside. And remember, I could have doubled or tripled this recipe. I only made a little bit because it's just me and my husband. My husband doesn't even drink cashew milk. I only do. So shake it up. This will last a good week. Now, if I have extra people like 4 or 5, you want to, of course, double or triple the recipe. So this is actually the 1 cup of milk. 1 cup of cashews to 1 quart of water. And then there you go. And then hold on, I can't waste this. Try it with the cinnamon and the vanilla. Remember, you guys can add dates to make it sweet. It really, truly is up to you. So cheers. That made it even better. And know that anytime you put a little Himalayan sea salt, it'll bring out the flavor. So yeah, that was it, guys. You just saw me make 3 recipes from the Nutri-Milk. Like, how easy is that? Monique said, hey, wow, how easy, no soaking, no filtering, game changer. Yes, and you get to pick and choose how you want the recipe. I like it that it's just a little bit, this milk literally lasts me a week. I usually put cashew milk into my coffee. You can put, if you make matcha lattes and you make it with cashew milk or oat milk, it still has the creaminess. I don't know if you've ever tried it that way, but it tastes super, super delicious. And you can make it sweet or as plain as you want. I like a little bit of a cinnamon with some dates and stuff. But actually, if I'm going to put my coffee, I don't like anything too sweet because dates can be really, really sweet, as you guys know. So, again, the Nutri-Milk is available on Black Friday for $100 off, so you'll want to stay tuned. Follow Plant Chick's Amazon page because we will keep you notified when you get the specials, the deals. And also, if you're following us on anywhere on social media, we will post there as well, just to remind you of the deal because it's going to be on Amazon here on Black Friday. So if you're in the market to getting a nut milk machine and a nut butter, because remember, I made nut butter. Sorry about that. I made some nut butter right in front of you. And the Vitamix doesn't make nut butter, so just FYI. So this does everything the Vitamix does plus more. So this is actually worth it. You know, when you think about it, I got my Vitamix years ago, never heard of the Nutri-Milk. I just heard of it this year. And it's actually my preferred machine because it's easy to clean. They thought of everything. Like, I don't have to strain. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to soak my nuts. The machine is powerful enough to blend it up. Whereas if you do Vitamix, you have to soak nuts, you have to strain it. So, and it's a pain in the butt. If you buy the store-bought commercial, it has chemicals, preservatives, guar gum, carrageenan. It just has all kinds of stuff that you don't need to be putting into your body. Like I said, you want like whole food ingredients. I have in my pantry like nuts and stuff, like all these containers. This is what you do. You just put nuts in there, make recipes. You don't have, like I said, it doesn't have to be nuts. If you're allergic to nuts, you can do seeds like hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. So you have the whole seed family. You have also the grain family. If you like oat milk, you can make oat milk in here. And you know how, I don't know about you, but I've made homemade oat milk in my Vitamix, and it was so gross. It was so soppy. And it got really, if you made oat milk, you know, it kind of is like, it's gummy, has a gummy thing. It's the best I can explain it. Well, the oat milk in the Nutri-Milk is actually better because of the filtering and how they strain it. So there's no gumminess to it. So the best oat milk you can make is homemade oat milk. And this machine is worth it because it's going to save you time, it's going to save you money, and it's going to save you from putting all those chemicals and preservatives into your body that we typically forget from the grocery store. And they're like, oh, it comes peanut butter in a plastic container with sugar, salt, hydrogenated, oils or trans fat and preservatives just to keep that peanut butter alive on the shelf, when you could have fresh peanut butter within 2 minutes in your home available. And you can make it, you can get organic peanuts. You can put this in there for 2 minutes. Add your flavor. If you want cinnamon peanut butter, you can add cinnamon. If you want white chocolate peanut butter, you want white chocolates or regular chocolate. Like, you have the freedom to do basically anything with the Nutri-Milk. Another one of my favorite things is it comes with a book, has 200 delicious and healthy recipes. So if you're really at a loss, like I don't know how to use this machine, I just showed you. I just made 3 recipes that I have not made before in the machine. Well, I have made cashew milk and I made oat milk because those are my 2 favorites. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is. But you literally can make any type of milk that you want to milk, whether it's nut, grain, a seed. And then you can make dips with the processor part, as you guys can see. You can make hummus, different types of yummy dips. I just made that pecan walnut dip for the holidays. That's always a great one. And then you can eat that with a ton of, vegetables and fruits and crackers, and you can really fill up on a charcuterie board eating all those snacks. I've done it. I've had it for dinner one time, so it's really easy to do. And you'll have these delicious recipes that you can create for your friends and family during the holidays. Okay. All right. I think that's it, guys. Thank you guys for joining me for this special Nutri-Milk Live, and I hope you guys will come back for the Black Friday deal. And we will see you guys on social. Don't forget to follow the Plant Chicks here on Amazon, and stay tuned tomorrow because Jackie is going to bring you the Black Friday deals here on Amazon. Okay, so stay tuned to our page. We go live usually Monday through Friday around lunchtime, and whether it's food, fitness, or work, or some kind of gadgets we're sharing, we want you to join our kitchen. See you guys next time, and happy holidays.